You straight up cuckooed that dude, bro. Oh my God.
You've got all your Charger gear on because
Feeling fresh as hell.
Well, you guys better enjoy it. The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin Herbert.
On the move and throws and touchdown.
Do this together.
Players, coaches, staff, fans, together we can create something truly special.
Stay tuned for some good content.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Wolldog, sitting with my buddy, Kev. You there? Ha! Oh, my God! We're in the same room! Well, folks, as we told you, we have, this is going to be a special episode.
I see you.
We are in the
awesome.
same room. I am here in St. Louis with Kev. We are working on stuff and things. So we figured, why not Charger Chat together?
Face to face.
Face to freaking face.
I haven't done this. This has been like at least a year and a half since we've been in the same room doing this. We did this during last season, during one of the games.
Yeah, the last time I was trying to think about it because I know that we recorded in the same room at that Kansas City game at the end of 2 seasons ago. And then we recorded Cowboys. And we haven't really done
It's looking like almost a year.
It's pretty close to a year. So
now we're cooking with gas.
It's going to be weird, folks, because I'm going to be looking at you sometimes, and sometimes I'm going to be looking at Kevin and saying, "Hey, how you doing?" So, all right, well, gang, it is going to be a heavy episode. We've got so much to talk about, mainly because you Ask Boltfam sons of bitches.
4th of July episode, baby. They came in hot.
You guys came in hot and heavy, and I read through the questions. There's some really good ones in here. I can't wait to get through it. And do we have, oh yeah, we've got a fan focus and a Bolt Inside lined up. Holy smokes.
We're loaded. Happy 4th of July, by the way.
Happy 4th of freaking July, gang. Yeah.
This is a celebratory episode.
This is pretty special. So let's start it off with what I think every Charger fan has been talking about. It's the Phillip Rivers sitting down for his Senior Bowl induction into the Hall of Fame, and was interviewed by the Crane and Company show. And it was a great interview, first of all, because we've all missed Phil's energy,
he's so unique,
his excitement about everything. And so let's listen to the one that I think everybody is really talking about right now. Let's go.
Well, I tell you what, they got that one right, and I pull like crazy for the Chargers, and I pull for Justin Herbert in particular, just because I think it's awesome to say, well, yeah, thankfully I was able to be there for 16 years. Hopefully he can go another 16. Mm-hmm. I've always thought it was cool. You look at the Packers, and it's like, who's played quarterback there the last 40 years? Marvin Rodgers.
Yeah, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. Yeah, they get it. Yeah.
So you don't want it to go the Browns version, It's like I can name 30 starters in the last 25 years.
That's exactly.
So I'm Herbert. Again, it was time for me to be done there, and then they nailed that pick. So I'm pulling for him, and I don't have as many former teammates. They're still there. It's amazing the turnover.
It's
but
nuts.
the Keenan Allen's there, Eckler's there. Derwin James. There's still a handful of guys that I played with, so it makes you want to pull for those guys.
Okay, so there's a lot to digest here as far as what Phil was saying. I mean, first of all, the slam on the Browns. It was just.
I wasn't expecting that at all
either.
But that's a cool point. The idea that we have like a couple quarterbacks over this long tenured history. It's,
exactly.
That's unique. Like we've landed some solid guys, and finally he talks about him. Like we've all been wanting that for so long. Like his thoughts on him, because no one knows. No one knows what, like if he was like annoyed or whatever. But no, he's not. He's excited. He
is excited
and pumped for the guys that are still on the team that he played with.
Yeah. Talking about like Keenan Allen and Derwin James, and both sides of the ball. And again, just really hearing him basically give his Rivers approval of like, they nailed it. Like do you think it's interesting the way that he worded, like, it was time for me to go?
Yeah, that was the only part that kind of bummed me out in the whole thing.
Right.
I don't know why, but it makes sense. Like he understood the situation. Like he was coming up on another contract, and he only had to get another year in him. Mm-hmm. So that's just kind of how it went. But yeah, it's just, I'm so glad that there's finally documentation of him talking about Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. And giving praise of, which is obviously warranted.
Yeah.
So awesome interview. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go find it. It's on YouTube. You can listen to the entire interview because he talks about his career and what he remembers most and everything like that. If you love Philip Rivers, it's an awesome interview.
And it's the Crane and Company show. If you search it on YouTube,
show.
You can get the whole thing.
And we forgot to mention here, the whole reason why Kevin and I are the ones that are on this podcast and there's still no coach. Baby hasn't come yet.
It's impending.
It is still
it's coming.
Pending approval on delivery, but
Stork hasn't arrived yet.
Not yet, but Kyle he's got to be dad right now because he's got 2 other boys
and a super pregnant mom.
And they're a handful, so he's got to be able to be ready to go at a moment's notice. So we'll see if we can try to get him on here.
Fingers crossed.
We don't hold me to it, but we're going to try to get him on here. Looking at other bits of news that came out, LA Times showed Chargers coach Brandon Staley fulfills a dream with a trip to Wimbledon. This was from Sam Farmer. The Chargers coach, a passionate tennis fan since childhood, spent the past 2 days watching Wimbledon matches in person with his wife, Amy. It's an anniversary trip for them and their first time in Europe. You're just trying to see how the top players in the world practice and perform, Staley said. As a coach, you're trying to take stuff in Rafa's practices that you kind of feel can help Justin Herbert. You're just observing. There were just a lot of moments in that hour pocket that I know I can bring back with me for Justin and Derwin James because Rafa's the best of all time. There's always something you can observe if you're willing to look and listen, Staley said. There's going to be something that I can see with my own two eyes that can help me with coaching.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Yeah.
He's on his anniversary.
Right.
He's on this trip. He's not just sitting there enjoying and watching the games.
Clearly not.
He is. He's always in the coaching angle. He's always trying to take things and, make him a better coach from them.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wondered about his wife, like, what are you doing, dude? Why are you taking notes?
Right.
Put it down. Have a nice beer or something. Relax.
Why are you talking to LA Times now? Come on.
Come on now.
I do. So do you think he's going to write this off as a business trip?
He's doing. Maybe that's what the whole angle is. Tax purposes. Just like he's working. This is work. Anniversary work trip.
It's an anniversary, but I'm also doing some work. So, honey, save those receipts, please. But get as much as you want.
Yeah, go ahead. It's Vinny. Yeah, run the tab up.
I think it just shows also more of Staley's competitive side as far as like always trying to find something that he can add to his coaching repertoire, even if it's with a different sport.
Sure.
To try to use it to make our players better, because why not? I mean, there's always something to learn and something to gain and something to add to your repertoire. So,
and it's interesting too, like head football coaches don't usually get coverage of their vacation and them going to watch stuff. Like he's kind of getting this kind of mild celebrity status a little bit within the community, I think.
A little bit.
So it's cool. And the picture we have, he looks awesome. He kind of looks like a Top Gun fighter pilot. He's got the aviators on.
Aviators, definitely.
He's there to fuck shit up.
It is interesting. I don't know if it's just because of, Twitter algorithms or something like that, but obviously I'm seeing everybody going like, hey, is that Brandon Staley sitting over there in the stadium over at Wimbledon? I mean, you don't see stuff like that, at least again, for me, you don't see stuff like that with other coaches as far as celebrity sighting, coaches over at another sports event. Holy shit.
Yeah, well, that's how I found out about it. My dad messaged us and he was like, is this Coach Staley? Like, yep, that's definitely Coach Staley and his wife. Yeah.
So it's interesting that he is at least kind of getting some kind of a recognizable status of some kind. But hey, do it to a coach, and hope you get a good tax break.
Let's go.
And then Shock Therapy, a podcast whose host we've had on here before.
Tyler.
And we've hyped up their magazine. They got a new one.
Yeah.
They got a new magazine. Our friends over at Shock Therapy are releasing their newest edition. We have partnered up with them to do a giveaway of 3 magazines. We will randomly select 3 people who submit Ask Boltfam questions, son of a bitch, on next Tuesday's episode.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is the yearly wrap up of what happened the previous year. It's just really great to have because he gets all the information of all the games, all the lead ups, all the stuff in one place. So if you don't win the giveaway, please go check them out on Twitter. It's the Shock Therapy Podcast, and you can buy it as a PDF, which they're just asking for donations for that, or you can get the paperback, which is what you should do because
it's nice to hold stuff.
It's just like this is the second version of the magazine. Like you just got to collect them. I'm a collector, so this is a custom thing that in the end of the day, you'll have this really awesome thing you can share with your kids. Especially a good year, the lead up years with Justin to have all that cataloged in a library.
Right, absolutely. So yeah, if you guys want a shot at getting one of these magazines, all you got to do is submit a question. Now I'll say. You can keep it simple. You can keep it like, hey, what's your favorite color or how you doing today? That's fine. You'll be entered, I promise. You don't have to ask these scrolls of questions I've got for this
we can make it a 3-hour episode and wear out Adam. We can do that as well.
Don't give them ideas, Kevin. I swear to God. So yeah, it could be something fun. And if you want something fun that's not shock therapy, you can go on over to chargerchat.com. Check out some of the sweet stuff we've got over there, t-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. And we've got a member section where you can chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers and ask questions and Ask Boltfam. So go check it out, chargerchat.com. All right. Well, as I mentioned, we've got a Bolt Insight lined up, and I'm seeing the name. I'm seeing where the location is. I'm excited because it is none other than
the Die Hard Bolt Club.
As soon as that clock starts, your ass is mine.
When I met Justin Herbert, man, that dude is big as hell.
The goal is to just keep it rolling.
Come in hype because we have a lot of things to be excited about.
All right, guys, we're back with another Bolt Insight, and we are super lucky to have Patrick from Central Valley. What's up, Patrick?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for coming on. I'm super excited to meet you. It was so funny. We were just talking before we started recording, and your video popped up. I'm like, holy shit, I know Patrick. Like I was like, it's on Twitter. You don't always know who is who, but I know
exactly.
I absolutely know who you are. You're a staple in Thunder Alley. So excited to have you, man.
Oh man, can't wait.
All right, well, cool. Let's kick this off the way we usually do it, man. We want to find out, how did you become a Charger fan?
Yeah, well, it started in 6th grade, even a little bit before that. But I would say like the 2000 when we're watching a little bit of Seau, 2001 with Danian Thompson when he was got drafted. But it was just that one time when I was at Fresno City football camp. I was at the end, and look who shows up was Lorenzo Neal.
Nice.
It was in Fresno, at Fresno City. And he was wearing his, navy blue jersey, had it on. He had all his gloves on. And ever since then, man, it's been Chargers for life, man.
That's awesome.
Stuck with me. Those memories just stuck with me and been supporting since, the San Diego days. So
I'm with you. So you've been a fan for a while. So you did you were part of the whole move and that kind of heartbreak and everything. But were you always up in, LA area? Was it easier for them? Was it easier for you to have them come to you? Like, what was your thoughts on that?
I mean, honestly, I make the drive regardless if it's San Diego, wherever it's at. I mean, we're still pretty kind of far away from SoFi.
Yeah.
I mean, if you map it up, it's about 3 hours, 30 minutes. But, when with all said and done, it's about 4 hours.
Yeah.
So regardless, even before, even when it was at the soccer stadium, we still would show up, even in San Diego. So I don't know if it would stop me or not. That wasn't in my head. Awesome. My goal is I got to get to any game I can, no matter how far it is.
That makes sense, dude. You're a diehard, and that makes sense because you're a diehard chapter president. So that makes total sense.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about your chapter. What you guys are doing, how everything's looking right now with how cool the Chargers have been the last couple of years.
Yeah.
What's everything been like for you guys?
Oh, it's been going good. And even when we first started, we started about a year ago, maybe less than a year. And I just found some good guys, part of our club that are diehards. And so, I mean, a lot of us just became a good family, like good friends. We attend each other's, birthday parties, baby showers. So I feel like that connection we have has really brought us together. I mean, they show up, they support me, I support them. They're always, advertising for our club. So I think a lot of our watch parties, a lot of our events we do, I mean, we're starting to get pretty popular down here with the crowds coming out. I mean, the first thing they tell me is like, I didn't know Fresno had any Charger fans. I was like, you know what? I'm on the same page as you. But I mean, I just like the fact that we're forming a Chargers community down here. Because when we go to those other watch parties, I mean, we're sharing the restaurants with the Ram fans and the Niner fans. They're like, where'd you guys come? I was like, we've been out here. We've been out. It's going to be even stronger. We're going to be stronger. So yeah, we're excited. And our whole, we finally got our different members, like our vice president, Ricardo Cervantes, who has been helping us out, grow this chapter. He's been a lot of things. And then my wife, who is our secretary, she keeps our club going. With all the new members coming in, she's always on me. Like, we got to, every time we go somewhere, we always have to pull out our Instagram, like, follow us.
Let's go.
So, I mean, we're always recruiting. And then our treasurer has been helping us out too, which is our vice president's wife. And then we have our sergeant of arms, which is Eric Mercado, who's been helping us out too. And just even our members. I mean, all of our members, I mean, I think the fact that, they support us is just going to put more fire for us to keep growing and keep doing good things for our community. Because I'm looking forward to do a lot of different stuff for our community, even helping out, Valley Children's. I'm donating to as soon as we get going. And I think this is our year, especially with our new players coming on. So we're pumped up for that.
It's so cool because, it's such a family affair. Like the whole board, your whole board is like family members pretty much. And you mentioned earlier on, the groups that you get together with are at baby showers. This isn't just Sundays. This is a family. So talk a little bit about like the family aspect of, the Die Hard Bolt Club.
Yeah, honestly, when I first even joined Die Hard Bolt Club, it was on Twitter. I met Karen, and she just said everything for me, man. Like, I even told my wife, I was like, I had an interview with Karen on the phone, like, this is like the nicest person. And then we found out, like, Fresno State, because her husband's alumni. Yeah. And it just clicked. And every time, we go to the barbecue, our first barbecue, like, it was just, I don't know, it was just family. I mean, like, this is like the close family, like, I trust. And a lot of them, like, to be completely honest, sometimes one of the people we talk to the most. Totally. Because we have that connection. And just even, our, the people that are down here, I mean, we are always, staying in touch, either in our Twitter group chat, keep an eye, checking on each other. And sometimes not about football. So, that's when we made more than just, football as family. We check on each other, try to hang out as much as we can. We're busy, but I mean, it's a family, man. And that's why I love Die Hard Bolt Club so much. And not just saying that because, man, I really love the atmosphere. I feel accepted. You know what I mean? Totally. Everyone's all together. Everyone supports you. Someone's doing good. I mean, we're here to support each other. And I think that's what we got with Die Hard Bolt Club. Everyone supports each other. I mean, when we start supporting each other, that's when we start growing. Sure. And I mean, at the end of the day, we're all Charger fans. So we're all here to hopefully get to the Super Bowl. So, dude,
I just want to tell you, you're getting me so excited right now. You're getting me pumped up, Patrick.
Yeah, man. That's what I always, my wife's like, oh, Patrick, you always talk about Charger. That's just how it is, man.
Yeah, you're like my official hype man right now. I'm getting pumped. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, I get excited too. I get excited even if I see a Chargers at a store in Fresno, I have to buy it. And we have this joke because there's a Syracuse Mall store in Fresno, and the owner was like, "So some guys know you. They said that you better not be buying all the Charger stuff." I was like, "I just can't help it, man.
It's not my fault."
I just can't help it, man. I need to show them that we're here. Even though it's just one person, but we're here.
I love it. You gotta
be restocking all the Charger stuff for us.
I love it. Well, there's so much excitement this year. Like we've been asking everybody because there's so many different aspects of this team that are new, exciting. Yeah. Like this is a year people are like, all right, you're going to be not only in the playoffs, but you should be making a run. What are you most excited for this year?
Oh man, I'm excited that I feel like we have a defense that's really going to help us, keep us in the game. I mean, Herbert's, our offense top 5. Herbert's just amazing. We got most of our key offensive players. I mean, once we got the D lineman, Joseph Day, Khalil Mack, once we can start, penetrating in that area, man, it's gonna force them, where J.C. Jackson they can put pressure on the quarterback, and then J.C. Jackson, Derwin James, they're gonna close in. I feel like, Staley is bringing in his defense. I mean, a couple players can make a big difference. So I'm extremely excited. I mean, once we get that pressure and that push, then things start opening up. So, no, I feel great about this.
It's going to be exciting, man, for sure. And let's get you out of here on this. If somebody's listening to this and they're up in your area, Fresno area, Central Valley, how do they get a hold of you? How do they join up with this amazing family you got up there?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're pretty active on Twitter, Die Hard Bolt Club Central Valley. We have our application on there. So they click that, or I'm pretty active on there. So I kind of they'll see me there. Then we have Instagram too, Die Hard Bolt Club Central Valley. So yeah, if they're interested, man, we're always up to growing. We've been growing, and it's going to keep going from the top, especially the way Die Hard Bolt Club and how Enrique, our president, has just been pushing it, man. Yeah. I'm very blessed that, his leadership is going a long way. Cause we all, for me, I follow the way he leads, so it gets me all pumped up. Just wants me to keep on going. So no, I'm excited. And I'm excited to get new members also. Hopefully, they join us at Straw Hat Pizza in Clovis, where we're doing watch parties, things like that. So yeah, we're excited. And of course, we're always accepting, try to make everyone feel comfortable with our chapter. Because I know sometimes it could be a little nerve-wracking to meet new people.
Sure.
So that's when I do at watch parties. I try to walk around and, introduce myself so they feel welcome. Because that's how we grow a chapter, and hopefully, they feel that sense of family coming from us.
I love it. And we're growing this fan base, man. It's going to be a different team next couple of years. So
coming out.
We're going to start taking our stadium back. So, Patrick, we really appreciate your time, man. It was a pleasure meeting you officially, and I look forward to seeing you in Thunder Alley, man.
Thank you. Bolt up. I'm ready. Bolt up.
Let's do it, man.
All right. You have a good one.
You too, brother.
Bye.
I love that guy. I just love that guy so much.
Yeah, dude, you are you're adorable, man.
I love you, bro. I love you, man. You give honestly, if I to join Die Hard Bolt Club, his chapter, and go hang out with him, I just feel like the energy would just be awesome. You know what I mean? Just really fun.
Oh yeah. No, the way that he talks about family and how this is a family.
Yeah.
And the way that we treat each other, it really does feel different than how other fan bases are portrayed.
Sure.
There are other fan bases out there that are bigger or deeper, or, they've got, nicknames that have lasted for God knows how long. But the genuineness that I get from the fan base, our fan base, is to me incomparable. It's really something special. And I see that in Patrick and everything that he talks about. So it really is something special, dude. I cannot wait to see you at Thunder Alley.
It's going to be awesome. I remember vividly last year, the few tailgates I went to at Thunder Alley, I remember seeing him all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he's just like a magnet of just good times.
He's a radiance of light, and you can't help but see him and just be attracted to I got to go see what this guy's up to.
If you don't know him, but you see him at the tailgate, go and give him a high five and say it's from the Charger Chat, because that dude rules.
He deserves it 100%. Thank you, Patrick, for coming on and chatting with Kevin. Now we've got to go on to the next segment. It is Fan Focus. Who is it?
I don't know.
Who dat?
I think we're going to Arizona.
Okay. Let's go.
All right, guys, we are back with another Fan Focus, and we are super lucky to have Mikey from Arizona. What is going on, Mikey?
Just great. Just so happy to be here, man. How's it going, Kevin?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm excited to have you. And yeah, man, let's get into this. I'm excited to find out a little bit more about you as a Charger fan and, being from Arizona, what that's all about. And I think we have something in common. We were talking a little bit about something specific before we got started. So we'll get into that too. But how did you become a Charger fan?
All right. So I was basically born into being a Charger fan, like how a lot of people are. Like my dad is the biggest Charger fan I've ever met. So I'll kind of backtrack and talk about how he became a Charger fan. So if that makes sense. So he became a Charger fan because in Arizona, we obviously didn't have the Cardinals until the late 80s. So there was essentially 3 teams to watch that were broadcasted. There was the Dallas Cowboys, there was the Chargers, and then there was the Oakland Raiders. And there was way more Oakland Raider fans and way more Dallas Cowboy fans around him. So he wanted to go the route of being different.
Okay.
So he became a Charger fan, a huge Charger fan. And what put him over the edge of solidifying being a Charger fan was John Jefferson.
Okay.
Because he was an Arizona State, first round pick. And he was like, okay, this is a guy that I can ride with. So that's how he became a Charger fan. And then that led to me obviously getting introduced to guys like Junior Seau. That was my first love. Like I think the first thing that I owned was a tiny Junior Seau jersey. Like he was 55 in high school, so he had to geek out over his favorite team having the best linebacker in the league. And then, that led to me really geeking out later with, obviously Drew Brees, LaDainian Tomlinson, Phillip Rivers, all those guys. So yeah, I've been a lifer, man. I was born and then boom, San Diego Chargers to LA Chargers. I'm here.
That's awesome. So is your dad still a diehard fan?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So we have we go to his best friend's house for every game. It's we call it the man cave.
Love it.
Most people. But it's fun because his best friend is a diehard Dallas fan, growing up in the Valley.
Sure.
But, he definitely keeps up with the Chargers. So I get to talk to him. And then there's that rivalry. We beat him a few years ago at Thanksgiving.
Oh, that was a good one. Oh, were you there at that Thanksgiving game at his house?
Oh yeah. That was just, I was eating his food and rubbing it in his face. It was perfect.
I love it.
It was perfect. Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts on kind of where the state of the Chargers are right now? Because if you're like me, you've been a fan since basically birth. When was the last time you saw an offseason like this for us? Like pulling in all these studs. Like when was the last time you saw something like that?
I don't think I ever have. I don't think I've ever seen them spin this type of cap in the offseason. And there's just so much to be excited about. I can't pinpoint one thing. You know what I mean? Bringing in JC Jackson, Khalil Mack. I'm super stoked about our young guys. I think Spiller is going to be a stud.
It'll be fun.
I think JT Woods is going to definitely do a lot for Derwin James's game. I think he's going to be able to spread the field. It's just going to be a cheat code. And I can't say enough about this offseason. And then what I'm super excited about is seeing Justin Herbert in the same system for 2 years in a row.
It's huge.
That with how smart he is, he's going to kill it. And especially in Lombardi's system and stuff, and how long Drew Brees was in that system. I just think the possibilities are endless. We had a top 5 offense last year. I can't even imagine you can go back to with my dad. Before this interview, he told me, he's like, the best thing ever was watching the Don Coryell and the Fouts, but they never had a defense.
Yeah.
They never had a defense to be able to back them up. I can't imagine with Herbert being in his second year in the system, mastering it, and having this defense that Staley has built. It's possibilities are endless, man. It's so exciting. Never been more excited to be a Charger fan,
That's a really good point. The idea that we've never had a completely cohesive team that covered all aspects of, football. It's always been a really strong offense, LT those years, the Coryell years, Fouts years, all that. And now we have the Herbert years, but we actually have a defense. It's kind of I'm just not ready for it. I'm used to watching football where we get into the fourth quarter and I'm like, oh shit, this is going to fall apart. Our offense has played so awesome. Yeah. This is going to fall apart.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's happening this year. It's gonna be weird getting used to it.
It's always been one side of the ball or the other, man, and it's so exciting and just balanced football. Has a Charger fan ever wished for anything more than just balanced football? You can go back to 2006. You can say what you want, obviously with Merriman and everything like that, but it's I think with this defense and with what Justin Herbert brings to this team, it's just stay healthy. I mean, who knows, man? Possibilities are endless. I'm so excited for it.
That's awesome, man. Me too. And, we always like to ask, kind of memories, especially fans that have been fans for so long. What's been your greatest Charger memory up to this point?
Watching, I mean, as sad as it was and how it ended, but watching Phillip Rivers play that game with a torn ACL.
Yeah.
That will always stick in my, like Phillip Rivers is the man. Like I'll say it. Like I feel like the guys that the Chargers bring in as players kind of correlates with how we are as fans.
Sure.
Is that they're just good dudes that you root for. It's like you see so much drama throughout the league that, like, you know, you have to watch guys. I mean, I'm knock on wood. You got to watch guys like getting arrested and just drama, like the Deshaun Watson thing and everything like that. But like the guys that the Chargers bring in, that Telesco brings in, are just like good dudes that you just want to root for, that you want to succeed. You know, like Herbert, like what a down to earth dude. You know what I mean? Just that you want to root for and you want them to win a championship. And I feel like that correlates with like the fans, you know, like all of us, like seeing the community of Chargers fans and stuff, and like going on Twitter every day and watching your guys' podcasts and stuff like that. We're just a bunch of cool people, you know, that just like love the game of football, that just want the best possible outcome, you know. And I don't know, so it's hard to answer your question, but like the whole thing in general is just, I'm very passionate about, and I love, you know, it's good stuff.
Agreed, man. The energy is different right now being a Charger fan, you know.
4
or 5 years ago, it was not like it is right now. So
no, not at all.
I'm totally behind you on that. And then, you know, let's get you out of here on this. You know, there's so many things you could pinpoint and look at. And I ask this every week. I want to find out what other people are really excited about. You know, is it Justin? Is it the defense? Like, what are you most excited about this upcoming season? I mean,
yeah. Again, it's so hard to pinpoint just one. Obviously the defense, and then going back to, I'm super excited about these young guys. Like I think Spiller's going to do amazing things backing up Austin Eckler. I'm a true believer in him. I mean, I might be one of the only ones about this, but I think Trey Pipkins is going to, after working with Duke Mayweather and Rashawn Slater,
you have optimism.
I have huge optimism for him. I think he's going to take that spot over Storm. I mean, just like you guys, like optimistic to the fullest, but I'm excited about that because everybody's just been questioning about that. It's like, what's going to happen at right tackle? And
it's easy dog to kick because he's so down all the time.
Exactly. But I think him as a person, especially where he came from, like Sioux Falls, like, you know, he got thrown into the NFL after being in such a small system. It's like, that's a project. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think he's taken the proper steps to be able to get to where he is now and compete for that position this year. And I think our line will have a pretty dominant year. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. And then going back to Justin Herbert in year 2 of the system, I think he's just going to dominate that. Let's go from a top 5 defense to a 1 or 2. Huh?
I love it. I'm on board for that, man. And to wrap this up, like we talking beforehand, we both are in the film industry. We got to collab, dude. We got to come up with something. We got to do something Charger related.
Dude, between me, you, and the director, we need like some kind of like some kind of something. The life of Phillip Rivers having 8 kids or something like that.
Oh, you want to go deep dive on a doc? I'm in for that. Let's go. If I could be on the set that Phillip Rivers is and interview him and light him, and that would be amazing. It would be. I just want to hear the stories.
Like he always talks about, like, what was his favorite part of football is just the locker room, you know. Yeah. Like all the guys that he got to play with, and he always does the appropriate answer on that. But like, man, I couldn't imagine like how many years he played for them and everything that we want to hear. Yeah, just to sit down, like, you know, Joan Rivers type interview. Let's
60 minutes.
60 minutes with Phillip Rivers and 8 kids. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Round table.
Oh man.
All right, well, Mikey, it was a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for coming on, and it was awesome getting to learn a little bit more about you. And I know beforehand we were talking. You might come to SoFi next year. You got to let us know when you get there.
Yeah, 100%. I would love to meet you. I would love to meet Coach. I would love to meet Wool Dog. Like you guys make great content. You guys make my nights of coming home amazing. I can't thank you guys enough.
Thank you, man. That means a lot to us.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye. Hey, Mikey.
Hey, Mikey.
Ah, that guy rules,
dude. It really does. It means a lot when you say stuff like that. Like you might think that there are podcasts out there that hear that all the time. They really don't. And I mean, we do this. We're not, trust me, folks, we're not making buttloads of money doing this. We're doing this
the ultimate hobby.
We love to do it.
I love being here with you in this room, but I also love the moment when a fan focus, like I'll message somebody out of the blue. Mm-hmm. Here's the time, here's the link, and they pop up and it's like, we're best friends. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like the energy of that and like meeting somebody new for the first time. It's like, and Mikey was that. I was like, all right, well, I guess we're going to have to like do work together or something because you're
because
awesome.
Why not?
Yeah, you're really fun to hang out with, and you love the Chargers, and I do too. So it's that common bond of like loving something so much that like no matter what happens, you have something in common and you can be friends. So
absolutely,
that's what's so awesome about Mikey, and that was a great
finding the
focus.
common ground. Absolutely, Mikey, thank you so much for coming on and chatting with Kev. We really do appreciate it.
Thanks,
it really
brother.
does mean a lot. That we get to chat with all of these people from all over the world. It really is something special. All right, gang. Well, it's time for Ask Boltfam. It's a long one, so sit tight. There's
get some popcorn.
Get some popcorn. It's a special 4th of July episode of Ask Boltfam.
Need some fireworks.
Let's blast off.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys.
Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do.
I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love you, boy.
That's right, folks. It's time for Ask Boltfam. And hey, look at that. Coach made it. How you doing, buddy?
I snuck away into the car for like 3 minutes to come say hi to you guys.
Dude, what happened to the mustache? It's gone so quick.
It's blending now.
Yeah, there's a baby coming, so I didn't want lifelong newborn photos. One, I didn't want to scare my newborn child, and two, we're gonna take pictures. I don't want lifelong memories of the mustache.
Oh, come on.
Fair enough. I understand it.
The lack of commitment concerns me, but hey,
there's a definite lack of commitment to the mustache.
Thank you for coming on. We're going to get you in for at least one Ask Boltfam question. I think this is a great one. This comes from J. Rob.
Certified Fresh.
Who asked the question. All right. J. Rob asked for me to do a Peter Griffin voice, but I don't do a good Peter Griffin. So I want this to be done right for Jay. So here we go. What is up, fam? First of all, want to send my best wishes for the coach, family, and hope all turned out well. Now I'm looking for some advice. I have been a Chargers fan since I was 10 years old, now 27. I always thought I was going to continue the Charger tradition going with my kids, no issues. I was wrong. When I met my now wife, I was brought into a Raider home when I met her family. I remember walking in that house and seeing that disgusting silver and black on the walls, and even noticed my wife had a Raiders jersey in her closet. Even though I second-guessed breaking up with her right then and there, I realized I could not do that, as it was not her fault that she was brainwashed from such an early age. When I ended up marrying her a few years later, LOL, and I am happy to say she has been converted to a fellow Bolt fam. Oh. Now, let's go back to the real issue at hand. The other day, I walked into my home and I see my newborn son's crib with a damn silver and black pirate blanket with several pirate toys around. As I immediately tried to clean my son's crib, my wife refused, as her dad had bought all those gifts for his grandson and she thought it was sweet. Even though my wife is now Chargers fan, she doesn't fully understand the rivalry I have with her father. I am now forced for the meantime to see my son around that disgusting silver and black. Have any of you dealt with a similar situation? And should I just grab all the things in the crib and light it on fire and to the dumpster where it belongs? P.S. All I've been getting all summer is, well, at least we made the playoffs and knocked you out from my father-in-law.
Oh,
I can't wait to sweep the stupid Raiders. K, love you. Bye. All right. Well, hey, who better to ask than Kyle and Coach Duggan?
I was gonna say, be like, oh, that's hard. Like that's a tough situation. But if he's talking crap, that's the easiest decision in the world. You take that stuff. You burn it, you like tear it, and you deliver it back to him.
Yeah, ashes.
And write him a note saying, if this happens again, you will not see your grandson. Like, you have all the leverage. You have all of the leverage. You want to see your grandson? This won't happen again.
Oh man,
he's smarter than that.
I knew you were the best.
If he was being cool about it, at the playoff talk, that's where
Right.
the line gets crossed on one end.
Yeah,
So now it's all is fair and love and war. Go
That's
after
a good point.
And
That's
I think you need to burn the crib too because it touched the crib. So just start anew.
by proxy. Yeah.
Yeah,
start
you
anew.
could, if you want to be on the good side with your wife, you could make it an accident,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
You just be like, oh shoot, the crib lit on fire. It's all gone.
I'm glad we got rid of that before the
How
baby.
could this happen, honey? I had no idea.
Good thing the baby wasn't in
Shoot.
there, right?
Well, let's just be thankful that this wasn't a serious murder.
Family.
Well, and I think this is an interesting question as well because both of your wives are fans of other teams, right? Or is Hillary?
My wife is a diehard Charger fan.
Okay,
She got
okay.
nothing.
Please,
So she didn't like football until we started dating. So I was able to convert her fresh.
Okay.
My wife's
Kevin on the other hand.
My wife's a Packer fan, but since I've only bought Chargers stuff for my kids, she's kind of, and she doesn't watch as intently and crazy as she used to.
Yeah.
And because we do the podcast and I overwhelm her with Charger information, she's just becoming a fan by
She's
proxy.
just slowly accepting it.
She can't help
She
it.
allowed parenthood to be more important than her fandom.
Yeah.
You didn't.
I did not. Her children are the most important things in her life.
Justin Herbert is right up there with them for you. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
All right. Well, hey, J-Rob, there's some words of advice from two fathers that know what they're talking about.
Know the leverage that you have in these negotiations.
There you go.
That's at the end of the day.
That's right. Kyle, thanks for popping up for at least one question. Again, hope everything's going good, and we love you and we miss you.
Where do we go from there? This is all going to be shit now. 'cause
Trust me.
Kyle just set it on fire and walked away, burning this crib to the ashes.
There's some pretty damn good questions we got here. So,
all right,
Kyle, take care of yourself, and we'll see you hopefully pretty soon.
Love you.
All right, boys, have fun.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
All right. Well, let's go on to the next question from Aaron Swimmer.
Yeah.
Who asked the question?
Hey, Bolt fam, just found out I'm going to be a dad again.
Yeah.
Super excited. Hopefully the Charger blood is stronger than the Cowboy blood.
Wow, these back-to-back questions are perfect.
Yeah, back-to-back dado. Well, I mean, this really isn't a question, but
no, this is a congratulations.
Yeah, this
super
is a
happy for you,
congratulations,
Aaron. That's
yeah.
amazing, man. So pumped. Let's build this fan base from literally the ground up.
The ground up, yes.
I'm trying to think of something else to say, but I'm not going anywhere near that.
So can you give Aaron any words of advice as far as like having this cowboy blood? Who invited the cowboy blood? I don't understand.
So I'm still in the process. My oldest is 7, so there's still. I've been working this. It's a slow game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long game. It's the Sting kind of operation.
Sure.
So what I'm doing is I'm just slowly introducing my kids to the Chargers a little bit more than she's doing with them with the Packers.
Is she doing anything to introduce them to the Packers?
A pinch, but
Really?
not near the level of what I'm doing with them with the Chargers.
She's not starting a podcast called Packer Chat.
No pack chat. No pack chat. So yeah, I would just say the slow, just lay out a plan.
Right.
Lay out a good 2-year plan
Mm-hmm.
where you just overwhelm slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you body slam the fuck out of her 2 years in, and then the kids are all yours, and then she's a Charger fan. And then also take her to Thunder Alley, experience what being a Charger fan's all about,
right? And
going to a game, and then you're set up.
Then
man.
you're good to go.
Yeah,
excellent.
Awesome.
Well, Aaron, congratulations.
Congrats, buddy.
And hope all goes well. Let's move it on now to Bolt Fan 43, who asked the question.
With it being the 4th of July, I could not help myself. I would like the following monologue from Independence Day recited in Wool Dog's nerd voice. Well, here you go, Bolt Fan 43.
Good morning. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And we'll be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind. That word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interests. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July, and you will once again be fighting for our freedom, not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist, and we should win the day. The 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
I love these non-questions. This is giving Adam a chance.
It's fun.
It's just honestly like sitting here in like the room with you. It's just like, holy shit. That was awesome.
So no question in there, but hey, it's fun. It's 4th of July. Who cares? Let's have some fun.
America.
Watch Independence Day. I think that's got to be the best 4th of July movie.
Pretty good. Aliens, America, can't go wrong.
What more can you ask for?
Yeah.
All right.
Will Smith.
Don't Jeff Goldblum.
Awesome.
Come on.
Pullman.
All
day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Boltfam 43. Thank you for making the request. Let's move it on now to House of Hain.
What?
Who asked the question? I'll say happy 4th, Boltfam. Would you rather sweep the West or win the lottery and buy the team? As always, I say, fuck the Raiders, love you, bye.
Sweep.
Interesting. Ooh,
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, win the fucking lottery and have enough money to buy the football team.
I was going to say, really? All right.
No, I'd have to buy the football team.
Right. I mean,
just imagine what would happen to this podcast if we could buy the Chargers. We have a Charger Chat broadcast studio in SoFi.
Right. Yeah.
Or we could take it back to San Diego. I don't know. I haven't thought about it because I'm not a bazillionaire yet.
We're just now thinking about it. But yeah, I mean, just
make it millions. Let's go.
Right. Looking at the question, do we want to sweep the division for a season or buy the team to own for God knows how long for the rest of our lives? Like,
I think the sweeps are coming, man.
Yeah, I think the sweeps are coming regardless.
Invest in brooms, just because we're going to be sweeping that shit all day.
So there you go. House of Hain. We'd rather own the team, I think. Yeah. Safe to say.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Boltville 714, who asked the question. Hey, vatos, it's me again, and ay, Dios mío, we're in the month of July, fool. Happy 4th of July to all the Bolt Familia, by the way. But, fool, I want to give a shout out to the homie Woo Pero for always giving the fans what they want. Unlike these Doug and Vatos with their family vacations and baby births, like, where's your priorities, fools? I mean, of course I'm joking. I mean, congratulations on the new member of the Familia. That being said, do we as Charger fans have like a hierarchy or a fandom based on how long we've been Charger fans? Like, what I mean is, if the Chargers were to win a Super Bowl and went on to dominate the next few years, similar to what KC has done the last few years, and it brought new Charger fans and some bandwagons, would you give them the same respect you would to someone who has been a fan through the dark times? Oh, yeah. And the Raiders, fool. Okay, love you, bye.
That was good. That was a good one, dude.
Hold on, because I'm sure the Cholo voice will come back.
Oh, he's coming back.
There's a few requests. So
beautiful.
All right. Well, I think this is an interesting question because we kind of talked a little bit about this before, as far as like bringing on new fans. And do you get? I don't like the idea of like giving respect to another fan.
I think there's an element. Well, it's just how you show it, right?
Sure.
It's like you don't shit on the guys that are new because
you don't want to. No,
it's like the height of Chargers in the past where we'd fill stadiums there was a lot of bandwagoners. This is when you play well, you get a lot of fans. But we as diehards know what we are. Mm-hmm. So you can see another diehard. You don't have to shit on the new ones.
Right.
You can see an old school fan and just have a little more appreciation for them.
Right.
I think there's something to that being there. That doesn't mean that we can't be the best friends with the new fans.
Of course not.
I bring them all on. I'm tired of not filling up our stadium. So, but there's like a little secret handshake. There's a
secret handshake, and I think it depends on how the new fan represents themselves. Like, obviously, if they're a jackass or something like that, it's like, well, thanks for cheering us on, but go away, or something like that. But I think there are going to be new fans, especially with people like Mike Modlin, who is giving Bolt history, where even though a new fan doesn't necessarily live through the history, they understand
you get a taste of it,
and they can appreciate the history.
Sure.
So, I mean, you're not necessarily like showing a level of respect. I think you just got to like appreciate the fact that, hey, man, we've got some fans. Like, and the more the merrier. Like, there really shouldn't be like a red velvet rope of like, well, the good fans are over here and the so-so fans are over here. It's like, we're family.
Yeah.
Let's treat each other like family. And like, regardless of how long we've been in the family, like, would you treat a nephew that was like just born like, psh, you think you're a Duggan? Like, come on.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
I've been here for 30 plus years, buddy.
But you're in the family, but then there also is the grandpa that you show a little bit more respect and admiration for the fact that, I've been a fan for 30 years.
Right.
I don't need respect. The fans that like need extra respect, I don't know about. That's not me, but I see how there's a certain element of you've been a diehard for this long, you've bled for so many years, you've had so many disappointments.
Right.
You want a little bit of like hey, but I've been here for a while, just like just kind of give me a high five or like a pat on the ass and sit, just like something.
So there you go. That's the that's the message here, folks. Just show a little appreciation to the folks that have been through this for as long as they have. Not necessarily showing disrespect to those that haven't been, but show appreciation to like
just appreciate the old school fans, like the fans in their 60s,
the fans
in their 70s. They have been here through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Give them an extra big hug.
Give them another Modelo, please.
Hell yeah.
For Pete's sake.
Big time.
Boltville 714.
Great question.
Great question. Thank you for asking it. Let's move it on now to Mario Vences.
Right.
Who asked the question?
Hey, hi. Hey, CC gang, is football back yet? Was he in? He was in. Yeah. Okay. Question. What's that? Huh? Are we going for it on fourth again? Wait, are the Huggin brothers not twins? Like, what the shit? Do you hear that? They're listening. They know we're coming. I can hear them shaking in their boots. Look, Mac Daddy and Bosa are out of control. They can't be stopped. So, wait. So you three aren't twins? Oh, what's the difference in age? Touchdown, Herbert! The Raiders can't let me by.
All right, so he asked for a paranoid withdrawing, twitching
That was
crackhead.
manic.
So,
that was good. You got into character on that one.
Yeah, well, it helps when you get in like emotions and everything like that. So
that was good.
Okay, so I think there was...
We're not twins.
So yeah, they're not twins, first and foremost.
I am 6 years older than Coach.
Right.
And I'm about 5 months younger than you.
February to August.
Math. Don't count.
July,
don't
August.
count on me.
About half a year.
Yeah, 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
So that's, and Adam is not blood, but I consider him blood. Oh. You were my best man over Coach. So
That's
we'll
true.
say that.
And Kyle will never forgive me for
No,
that.
he won't. But granted, he was like 17 when I got married. So no,
So it's not like
he's going to be. Hold on, let me do the math because he's going to be pissed about it.
I mean,
He was
he's gonna be
19.
pissed
He was
regardless.
19, and honestly, where I was at the time, I was like, "Who can throw me the best bachelor party?"
Sure.
A 19-year-old who can't drink yet, or the wool dog.
Right.
Wool Pero came barking and took care of my special day.
I did what I could.
Yeah.
So
Dave and Buster's all day.
Dave and Buster's.
That was just how it started. Limo to Dave and Buster's, and then it got a little crazy.
And then it went out of hand, but that's okay. We still had fun.
Yeah, we did.
So there you go, Mario Vences. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Chris M.
Yeah.
Who asked the question.
I may be crazy, but I have a feeling with this new defense, the Chargers could end up being number one in both sacks and interceptions. What do you guys think? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being impossible, batshit crazy, and 10 being a lock, take it to the bank. Give me your best guess. K, love you, bye.
Okay.
Sacks and interceptions.
Both number one in sacks and interceptions. That seems... I mean, do they go hand in hand with each other?
Well, you get a sack, you can't get an interception.
That's true. That's very true.
So, well, let's connect those dots to
Thank you for clearing that up.
So the odds of the odds of having the most sacks and then having the most interceptions means you're missing a lot of sacks, but you're getting in pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like crazy. If this happened, we would be the best defense of all time.
Easily, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with yeah.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what kind of a number are you throwing at it?
I want to say like a 3, but let's go 8.
Okay, wait. So 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, you want to say a 3?
I want to say the odds of it happening are a 3.
Really? Okay.
Very low.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go 8.
You're gonna go 8.
Shamelessly positive.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's about 50-50, but more leaning on the side of
we are shamelessly
possibly happening.
We
so
are
I'll give it a 6.
You're crazy.
I'll give it a 6.
You hit that crack pipe a little too hard on that last question.
Don't you judge me. Because I think just looking at the defense, we've all looked at the defense. We've talked about the guys that we picked up. Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa coming at you at the same time. And then you've got J.C. Jackson, Derwin James, Asante Samuel Jr., J.T. Woods, Mike Davis, all sitting in the backfield waiting for you to get so scared about Bosa and Mack coming at you that you either curl up in a ball and take the sack, or you just huck it, praying to God that one of your receivers is better than our secondary, which they're not, and the secondary is going to just pluck that ball right out of the air. I think it's not impossible.
If we win the Super Bowl, if you're right, our defense would be the most dominant defense in like the NFL's history if that happened.
Absolutely. Right. Because if you combine that with the offense, a top 5 offense from last year, that's basically the same going into this next season.
It's going to happen.
Super Bowl bound. Choo choo. Ride with me.
Come on, ride.
Chris M., thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now.
Oh, shit.
To shamelessly positive Ryan, who asked the question.
I know you guys are big movie buffs, and I hope you're MCU nerds like me. My question, who on the Chargers would be the following characters? Captain America, Hulk, Nick Fury, Doctor Strange, Thor, Iron Man, Black Panther. Keep up the great work, gents. Can't love you, Mike. Fuck the Raiders, fuck the Broncos, and fuck the Chiefs.
So I have a confession to make. I've got another confession to make. I haven't watched all the MCU movies.
Kevin is not as big of an MCU nerd as you might be, shamelessly positive, Ryan, but I can promise you.
But please don't let that affect how you feel about me.
No, but I can promise you that I am.
Oh, he does enough for the both of us.
Yeah, so let me.
I got 2.
Talk to me. Tell me your 2. What are you feeling?
It's easy.
Okay.
Captain America.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert.
See, now that's what I thought too.
No.
But I go down the list and I see Thor.
I have a Thor. That's my other one.
Is it Justin Herbert?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's hear it.
Joey Bosa.
Okay, what's your reasoning?
Because he's powerful.
Okay.
And he's one of the strongest we have.
Sure. Okay.
And he's got Thor-like vibes.
Sure. Okay.
So I think you could interchange them. I think Captain America does it all.
I think Captain America is obviously the leader of the Avengers, and I think Justin Herbert is that leader as well.
I think that's easy.
And I would say Nick Fury is probably Brandon Staley.
Yeah, I think I know that.
Nick Fury is the leader, quote unquote, of the Avengers.
Sure.
And so that would be Brandon Staley. Hulk, you know who the Hulk is.
Who?
Well, I mean, I'm just in general, you know who the Hulk is.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Adam, I'm not that fucking out of the loop.
Listen,
I know who the Hulk is.
So we can.
You're making me mad, okay? You don't want to make me mad.
You wouldn't like it. So let's see. Who would we say is either the strongest person or someone that has like the most explosivity on the team?
I don't know.
I kind of think Khalil Mack.
I'm looking for somebody that flips, somebody that is like nice in general, but then is different on Sundays.
Sure, yeah,
that's what I think of with the Hulk.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a great observation.
So who's a soft, kind of quiet guy that?
Khalil Mack, dude.
Yeah, okay.
I think Khalil Mack both on the strength aspect and everything that we've seen of him in interviews is he's a very soft-spoken, very quiet
I got
guy.
it. Changed it. Rashawn Slater.
For the Hulk?
He turns into a monster on Sundays. He's soft-spoken and cool, and then he becomes one of the best left tackles.
Right.
Unassuming.
Okay. I like that.
And then he f***ing shuts you down.
He shuts you down. All right. I think Hulk or Khalil Mack could fit into that role.
Okay.
Doctor Strange. I don't expect you to know a lot about this guy. So
I watched the first Doctor Strange movie.
Okay. So we're looking at somebody who
does magic.
Well, who does magic? Who does something magical on the field? Something that you would not expect.
Austin Eckler,
a player. All right,
100%.
I like it.
You'd look at him and be like, I don't expect any much from you, but then you fucking do everything, and you're one of the strongest.
As an undrafted free agent,
amen.
The world didn't expect much from this guy.
Exactly,
and he comes out and does something magical.
Yeah, magic.
All right, Iron Man, Tony Stark, smart guy, good with gadgets. Zion Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Zion Johnson had a background computer nerd.
Deal. Okay. I like.
That's as good of a connection as you're going to get.
Daddy likey.
Us folks. And Black Panther, who's somebody that is like strong with their roots, does a lot for the community. Derwin James. Yeah,
Black
Derwin
Panther.
James. Yeah, just because of how much he does for the community. I would say
that's a nice lineup. I'd like to see a poster of that.
Please, hey, I know that we've got some artistic people out there that can conjure something up.
If you can conjure that up, it will go on a T-shirt and go on our website, lickety split, and we'll split the profits with you.
Split the profits. All right, shamelessly positive, Ryan. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Senora Snappy, who asked the question. Hi, guys. I found myself doing strange things to fill the void of Chargers football, reading last season's statistics, watching Madden 2022 simulations, psyching my cat out with Keenan Allen route moves. To make us all feel better, what new habits have you all done to fill the void? K-Love you by Gooster's Mustache. What have we done to fill the void? Well, I'll tell you what, we've been doing 2 episodes a frickin' week. That's a lot to fill the void. That's a lot to fill anybody's void.
My recent hobby has been not fishing for fish, but fishing for wool dogs.
Oh.
Something's been one of my hobbies is trying to get the person I'm talking to right now in the face to be part of something else. So working on that. That is vague as shit.
That is so vague.
So eventually we'll say it if it's 100%, right?
Yeah, everything's been signed.
So go ahead. The Senior Snappy. This is Senior Snappy. This is a good one to answer.
I guess, yeah. So as of September, I'm going to be moving, and I know a lot of you are going to say it's in the wrong direction. I understand, but the opportunities are too good, and the opportunity to be closer to Kevin is high five, buddy, is incomparable. So as of September, I'm going to be moving out to Missouri.
You're going to be down the street from me.
I'm going to be so close to Kevin, it's going to be awkward.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awkwardly awesome. We get to watch all the games we can't go together. It's going to be the greatest thing that's ever happened.
Yes. So there's some job opportunities out here for me to do stuff with Kevin and to further my career. And it's unfortunate that it's not in LA next to Charger Stadium, but if it could be anywhere else,
yeah,
I'd rather it be with Kevin.
And I need more Charger fans out in Missouri to fight off all these Chiefs. Okay, we're
Kevin
just creating a stronghold, and we're gonna fight them all together.
So he called his fat friend Bulldog, who can't fight for shit.
You can talk him. You can talk him down, okay?
Right.
And then I'll punch him when you talk him down. And you distract him.
I'm the distraction.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, there you go.
That was a fun way to reveal that.
That really was. So there you go, folks. Senior Snappy, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Gavin Gibson.
Gavin!
Who asked the question?
With Coach having the mustache and looking like someone from Top Gun, it got me wondering, if you guys could have a part in any movie, what would it be? Would you create a new character for the movie? And if so, what would the character be? Bolt up! Love you, boy.
Great question.
Great question. Boy, it's
I
so
know.
open. Oh, you got one?
Immediately.
Whoa.
Immediately.
All right.
One top 10 favorite movies of all time.
Sure.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay.
I want to be Kurt Russell.
Okay.
Basically, any movie Kurt Russell's in, I want to be Kurt Russell because he's the coolest fucking guy in the world. So, Kurt Russell from Big Trouble in Little China.
All right.
He has a mullet. He drives a truck. He gets into trouble. He's kind of a buffoon. Seeing the connection.
Picking up what
but then at the end of the day, he gets the girl and saves everything.
Right.
You know, so that's kind of where I'd like to be.
I like it. That's awesome.
Yeah. What about you?
All right. Well, first of all, before I go to my answer, I think, again, and if there's any artistic people out there that want to put Kevin's face on a Big Trouble in Little China poster.
Talking about some big trouble.
Please.
In Little China.
Oh, God. I would want to be in Toy Story.
Okay.
And I would treat the toys so well. We'd have so much fun.
You'd be the opposite of Sid. You'd be Sid's neighbor.
I would be the
other
opposite
side.
of Sid and Al from Al's Toy Barn in Toy Story 2. And I would just hang out with Woody and Buzz and be like, what are we doing today, guys?
Okay. I love it. I'd watch that.
Because
that'd make $1 billion if that were a movie.
Pixar, are you listening?
Yeah. He does voices, guys.
Because we did see in Toy Story 1, he did reveal to Sid, he was like, so play nice. So they will talk to people.
Yeah.
It's canon.
I've always wanted to make a short film, but from Sid's point of view. Because Sid doesn't know that he's being a complete, utter piece of shit. He's just having fun, but in a psychotic way.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine toys coming to life at you.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking scary that would be.
Oh, sure.
I want to do like a short film version of Sid's perspective after he gets home from Pizza Planet and what that's all about. It might be the scariest movie ever made.
Are you trying to humanize him and like make him a more sympathetic character, or are you wanting it just to be kind of scary?
Just the idea that you've been with the toys up to this point, so they're not scary. You're with this kid who's just kind of a dickhead kid.
Right.
But then all these toys come out of nowhere
Right.
and fuck with him. That is so scary.
And then see like the aftermath of like him in therapy, like years.
Oh yeah. Like this is a dark film. This might not get a good rating. This might be NC-17 how scary that would be.
Oh dear. Well, hopefully Pixar
right,
didn't listen to that part. But
I might actually just do like a fan film version, just call it Sid, and just like the end of that movie from
Just
the other
post-
side.
yeah.
Not animated. We'll cast it. We'll shoot it.
Sure, live action.
Shoot
yeah.
a live action because
Yeah.
that would even be scarier live
A
action.
little bit, yeah.
All right, sorry. I went on a team.
No, you're good. I like it. Gavin Gibson, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to DHBC, Oklahoma.
What?
Who asked the question? The same question as last week, but now the NFC West. The rule is we trade a starter. We get a starter. We trade a backup. We get a backup in return. All right. So Die Hard Bowl Club Oklahoma keeping it going with their tough
It's a theme.
question.
It's a theme. It's a weekly theme.
Well, they told us that they're going to go through the entire NFL.
Oh shit, we got.
So,
whoa.
Yeah, we've got at least a few more weeks of these kind of questions. But yeah, so basically trading a player, starter for a starter, second string for a second string, third string for a third string, so forth and so on. So if we had to trade with these teams, what player would we trade, or what position, I guess, would we trade? And
the easiest one in the NFC West is the Rams.
Sure.
Aaron Donald is one of the best players.
Yeah.
So I think Sebastian Joseph Day-esque, one of those inside defensive linemen for him would be the easy answer.
Which is funny because Sebastian Joseph Day just came from the Rams.
Yeah, he's like, head back over.
Do-si-do with Aaron Donald. All right. Well, let's see. One of the other teams, I think one of the other easier ones that you could say is the 49ers. Obviously not Nick Bosa. We don't want to trade Nick Bosa for
Joey Bosa. No.
I mean, as I wouldn't be heartbroken by that.
It's the question of how the depth chart, if you could finagle the depth chart and get a little creative, Khalil Mack becomes number one, the Bosa brothers together, and not Mack and Bosa, but
would
Bosa
you trade
and Bosa.
Mack for Nick Bosa?
100%.
Really?
100%.
Really?
He's younger. He's got more. I would.
Okay.
But it's not going to happen, and I love Khalil Mack.
I was going to say, I mean, for all the excitement you have for Khalil Mack, and you just going like, oh yeah, straight
two
Nick
Bosas.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be cool. I'm just saying.
Just imagine look at Kyle and I, the competitiveness. They would be going so hard for that quarterback because they're not going to get outshined by their brother.
That's true.
It's added incentive.
All right. Well, I would say for the 49ers, you would trade tight ends. You would trade George Kittle for Gerald Everett.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
I like that one.
That one's pretty easy. And then there's the Seahawks and Arizona Cardinals.
I just don't like anybody on the Cardinals.
I know.
There's no one I'd give up for like one of our starters.
Right.
So when I don't have anything else to go with, I'm going to go to the special teams. Let's just flop kickers. I think that's the move. Let's go as a Prater, Matt Prater.
Sure. Matt Prater.
For Hopkins.
For Hopkins.
Ballpark. Not going to be slipped too hard one way or the other.
Kind of a lateral move, probably.
Yeah. Just because there's no one really on, DeAndre Hopkins, it seems like a little, not quite our type of player.
Right.
And he's just got suspended and all that noise. So, yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the Seahawks roster here, and okay, well, this is interesting. Okay, so they show Rashad Penny as the starter, which I would not trade Rashad Penny for Austin Eckler.
They have him as the starter this year on their website?
Well, so this is per CBS NFL. So if this is inaccurate, I don't care. It's the Seattle Seahawks. What do I care?
Who gives a shit? Drew Lock.
So, and then Kenneth Walker, the third, is their second, but they show Chris Carson with all these other players as the third string guys. I'd trade Chris Carson for Joshua Kelly.
Sure. I like that. That's thinking outside the box, Bulldog.
It's all for fun, folks. So who cares?
I love it.
I think I'll make that work. I'll make that trade.
I like it. I'm in.
So, Die Hard Bowl Club Oklahoma, thank you for asking the question. Can't wait to see which division you choose next week. So, let's move on now to Sean Mitchell, who asked the question. Hello there. This is Korg. I'm made of rocks. I'm also Thor's beast friend. Not your Thor, but my Thor. Your Thor throws bombs. Mine throws an axe. He used to throw a hammer, but now his girlfriend does. Or, well, his ex-girlfriend is with his ex-hammer, and they are also a Thor. Sure are a lot of Thors these days. Anyway, I was thinking about your Thor, Herbert. He has a little brother up in Oregon that plays tight end and trains with him in the off-season. They are saying that he is projecting to be a second or third round pick next year. As much as I believe Everett will have a great year, seeing a Herbert to Herbert connection for the future just sounds way too amazing. Also, Lombardi loves his tight ends in 2 tight end sets. What do you think the odds are that we draft Patrick Herbert given our current depth? Also, fun fact, Russell Wilson has never beat the Chargers. Do you think that stays true this year? I don't think Week 17 should count if we are resting starters because we've already locked down a first-round bye. Oh, also, f*** the Raiders. They're not even good pirates. I know space pirates, and even they suck. All right.
Good one. Holy shit. This was packed. This was like a Bolt history almost. We got a little bit of fun. We got some fun facts.
Well, I think he makes a pretty good argument. The idea of how, I mean, obviously, if we're jazzed about Bosa and Bosa playing on the same team, we got to be jazzed about Herbert and Herbert playing on the same team. So
I want that more than anything right now. Like a second or third round. If he's available in the third round, just get him. Yeah. Just get him.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Stop asking questions.
Just do it. We're talking about building a family, right?
Oh, yeah.
Let's just actually bring in family members.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's some other players on the team that have family members that like could suit up.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I think as long as his stock doesn't raise too high, then.
Well, if he's anything like Justin, just don't talk to anyone and we'll be fine.
Right. Yeah. He's not
a leader. And then he'll fall to us. And Miami will be right, around us and they'll blow it.
Yeah. And then as far as Russell Wilson never beating the Chargers.
Let's keep that rolling, baby.
I think that can 100%.
Is that true?
Going. I think so. Yeah.
Well, bad division to come to, buddy.
That's right. Yeah. If it comes down to week 17 and we're just so far in the lead that we don't have our starters out there and we lose to the Broncos and that's his only win.
I have confidence in Chase Daniel. I have confidence in Chase Daniel.
Oh, absolutely.
I think he can do it.
I have confidence in our depth because we've had more depth this year than we've had in quite some time.
We have so much confidence. We feel our second string and third string could probably beat every team in the league.
The starting string Broncos. All right. Well, there you go, Sean Mitchell. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Tom Telesco's burner account, who asked the question.
That was a great experience on Isaiah Spiller, Craig. Like I've been saying, I'm really high on Isaiah Spiller, man. Like really high. Could we do like a coach's corner on Isaiah Spiller's college game tape, charge chachos? Speaking of coach, congratulations on your new baby, man. Would love to see the baby in a tiny Charger jersey or beanie when you guys bring him home safe, yo. Stay gnarly, Charger brothers. Also, this isn't even a hot take, man, but Herb will get MVP and the voting won't even be close.
Oh, Tom Telesco's burner account. I interact with him a good amount on Twitter.
Do you?
I love it. He's a good dude. Good account. He's killing it.
Yeah. We'll see. I think Coach is Coach, I know you're listening. But we've got some topics coming up here of what people want to hear about. So he absolutely could.
This is great. This is a great thing. He's always looking for topics to kind of kickstart.
He wants to know what you guys want to listen to and what you want him to break down. So
at Bolt Chat Coach on Twitter.
Yes.
Hit him up. He's about to have a baby. It's not here yet.
Right.
Might be a little preoccupied.
Might not get back to you right away.
But drop in the DMs, throw him what you want. You'd love to hear him break down, and I'm sure he'll do it for you at some
point. At the very least, he wants ideas. So this is a great idea of taking a look at Isaiah Spiller. And yeah, of course, Herbert's going to be the MVP, and it won't even be close. Of course, it's not even a question.
I already put my bet on him in Vegas.
Did you really?
Yeah,
nice. All right, Tom Telesco's burner account. Thank you for asking the question. Moving on now to CD, who asked the question.
Crikey, we grew up with some weird ass stories like Ciara used to have a penis, or that Manson had a rib removed to glizzy gulp. Did you guys hear those same rumors growing up? And secondly, let's keep it simple. A Charger Super Bowl appearance or a Fryer World Series win?
Yeah, sure.
I think that's easy. I love the Padres, but get me to the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. This is the Charger Chat, my guy.
Yeah, and there's Dodgers that listen to this. If I had to pick between the two, I want the Chargers to win.
Sure.
Just get there. Give Herbert a chance.
Absolutely.
Sure. But yeah, like in terms of like the rumors and that kind of stuff, do you remember the Richard Gere one with the gerbil? That was one of the most epic ones of all time. Absolutely. That's the one I remember for sure.
Yeah, Richard Gere with the gerbil.
And his ass, if you didn't know what it was, he stuffed it in his butthole. That's what it was, in case you didn't know.
In his ass. I don't know if that was clear.
Well, you just say Richard Gere gerbil. You're like, oh, was
Normally,
he a
that's all
nice
you have
family
to say.
pet? But
Yes.
no, he apparently Lemmy winked it all the way home.
Yeah, there was definitely some weird rumors out there that definitely got perpetuated by kids in high school. So I can't think of any others better than that. So CD, thank you.
Thanks, brother,
for asking the question. Let's move it on now to JP, who asked the question.
With Justin going into his third year, what skills would you like him to add to his game? I love that he recently talked about working on his cadence, so hopefully he can force some offside calls.
It's the weird thing with Justin, because when I'm watching, he looks like he's got it all down. But this offseason, he talked about his footwork. He's working on that a lot.
Right, yeah.
So, like, I don't quite know. Like, your deep ball looks great. Everything looks awesome.
Right.
Maybe just, getting the system a little more pat, so he can be creative within the calls that are being made.
Sure.
And I think that's just going to happen naturally because he's a smart kid and he's going to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we heard the comment of him saying that he felt like he was drowning last year, which if that was him drowning last year, got him like second most yards being thrown, breaking records left and right. Like, that's you drowning?
Book me a trip on that boat ride across the Atlantic, because that is not drowning.
No, that
was a Titanic joke, in case you didn't get it. You're welcome.
You're welcome. If that's him drowning, like, we as fans look at that as like, that's amazing, right?
Yeah.
And I think that speaks more so again to Justin Herbert, the way that he holds himself accountable to be nothing short of the best. That's the competitive side in him, wanting to be the best. And as far as like what skills I would love to see him bring, I mean, I don't even know that you would necessarily call this a skill. I mean, I would like to see him run more, but I don't even think that's necessarily a skill. I mean, his first touchdown was a rushing touchdown. So
and then it's also because it was like throw him in the game and he's like, all right, well, I got to make something happen.
Right.
The better he gets with the system, he's not going to have to run.
I guess
you don't need to have that. You have that threat at all times, and you pull it out of nowhere. When people are covering everyone downfield and there's huge lanes for him to run.
Right.
But it's a little bit of both.
I like the idea of it being his cadence. I remember that being obviously a topic of conversation for his first year, that like he came from a system that didn't use any cadence. It was just a series of claps.
Yeah.
So
Oregon.
Yeah. So for him to go into year 3 working more on his cadence, I think that's awesome. I think any opportunity to get better is going to be time well spent. All right. Well, there you go, JP. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Ronnie Delgado.
Ronnie, certified fresh?
Let's find out.
Do you guys see Xander Horvath being used a lot this year? I'm really excited about him pounding a tired defense when we're up. He's got All-Star vibes, baby!
I always get excited about fullbacks. I think they're just a different breed of football player. Absolutely. I hope he's capable. I just don't know. Like, you're talking about pounding the rock and running. I think he's to be more special teams, because you got Isaiah Spiller for that.
Sure, yeah.
So, but every once in a while, see a little fullback action.
Sure. I don't think that he would necessarily be used a lot. I think, like you said, we've got Isaiah Spiller to do most of those kind of runs, but I think bringing in a fresh Xander Horvath that's like ready to go and try to do some of that stuff if Isaiah Spiller gets a little gassed, or if Austin Eckler's like, Jesus, give me a break.
He'll make his own holes.
Absolutely. So I think we'll definitely see him, and I think we could potentially see him make some pretty big plays, but I just don't know that we'll necessarily see a lot.
I think special teams is where he's going to thrive year 1.
Yeah. So we'll find out, but hey, it's an opportunity for him to grow with the team and learn the offense and work towards making his presence more known as the season goes on and as his career goes on. But Ronnie Delgado,
thank
you.
Man. Thank you for joining us.
And thank you for joining us. Absolutely. Let's move it on now to Coach Lago.
Oh, shit.
Who asked the question?
Well, shit, you beautifully goofy butthole sons of bitches. By golly, where are my manners? Sons of angels is more like it. I knew you boys missed me. It's been a while. I mean, heck, we kept playing hooky so damn much. Now we got Wooly and Coach agreeing on stuff. I mean, what is this? The dadgum Twilight Zone all of a sudden? Hold on a second. Pardon me. I needed a quick pick-me-up up there. How about them freaking off-season from Tinge Tommy and Brandon Staley? Get it? Because my guy is always on brand. Anywho, it's gonna be, flipping awesome to see our boats express themselves all over the NFL this damn season. You know what I'm saying? By golly, this is some good stuff. So, fellers, a hypothetical for you. Staley, Herbert, Bowie, Slayer, Eck, Mac Attack, DJ, Mr. Interception, Drew the Trank, all the Blockbuster Boys, Herbert, Secret Service coaches, high school mate and company, get us to the end. The final game of the 2022 NFL season, the Mother Truckin' 57 Super Bowl. But this panel must make some gosh darn decisions, and they must be dagnanimous. Wooly and Kev need to reconnect for our beloved Bolts to be the winners. 3 players from the current roster, or Coach Staley will play coach, their last game for the Bolts that fateful 12th day of February 2023. The first selection leaves the next season and goes on to a Hall of Fame career for the Las Vegas Gators. I know it's Pride Month, my bad, but the Raiders. So who's the first sacrifice? Let Coach and Hug start to answer. If they try to cheat and use the 52-53 guy on the roster, you shut it down, Wool Dog. No, boys, this hypothetical will hurt the soul. It must be a starter from offense or defense. Selection 2 stays on the roster for another 5 seasons, but never plays another meaningful snap. Think our poor compadre Bulaga last season, but for 5 seasons. Selection 3 is forced out of the game, but gets into a broadcasting booth, but there be a catch. This person gets infected with, long pause, Woodhead Slauson Foutsitis. That's right, this former Bolt hero spends every NFL Sunday talking shit about our squad. There'll be some tough decisions there, boys, and remember, you must be dagnanny. That don't feel right. You know what I mean. My sincerest of apologies for the torture there, boys. It's the dog days of sports summer, and we need some gosh darn entertainment. Okay, love you, bye.
Well, Coach
Lago, you're not usually this negative, my man.
Yeah, you gave us like zero option to have like fun with this. This is just like pick 3 guys who we want to not be connected to us anymore, and like, that's tough, dude.
But we respect the question.
I absolutely respect the question. It's like, but it's a shamelessly positive podcast, man. You're making us uncomfortable over here.
Feeling a little weird right now, Coach.
All right, so
let's knock these out.
All right, so Chargers get a Super Bowl, and we go to the Raiders. 3 guys. First guy goes to the Raiders to have a Hall of Fame career.
I'll say Matt Filer.
Okay.
Hall of Fame guard. It's a little less dangerous than a Hall of Fame quarterback or a Hall of Fame wide receiver or a few other positions. So guard.
I don't know how many long snappers are in the Hall of Fame, but I'm going to say Josh Harris.
There we go.
He can go to the Raiders and have himself a Hall of Fame career.
Sure.
I wouldn't hate that.
I don't like that name. The Raiders.
I don't either. All right. Selection 2. Stays on the roster for another 5 seasons, but never plays another meaningful snap. So
the mindset I'm in right now, this is easy because it's kind of what's happening so far this offseason is Kenneth Murray.
Okay.
Like, he hasn't played a lot of meaningful snaps last year, and he's kind of hurt right now. So this is my cop-out. I know you're trying to get us to not cop out, but this is a cop-out.
Well, my thing with Kenneth Murray is that we did see production in the freshman season.
But it's just Chargers. In a totally different defense, though.
And I would agree. I would think that the opportunity for him to continue to be productive is at least there. I'd rather pick somebody that, like, I don't even know if they're going to be productive or not. Like, I mean, like, I would say, like, Xander Horvath. Like, yeah, he's on the roster, and yeah, he's there if we need him, but, like, just doesn't play another productive.
That's ultimate cop-out. I like it,
but
though.
I'm sorry.
I appreciate that question.
I can't pick somebody. I can't pick a player that I have a care for, somebody that, like, I obviously want to stay with the Chargers and have productive seasons. That's a rough question there, Lago. And then now to pick somebody who's going to leave the game of football and go to the broadcasting booth, but shit on the Chargers? Like, why would I want that, Coach?
Coach.
I mean,
Kyle would say something way cooler right now. He'd totally lift this question up out of the dredges.
Coach, where are you?
Coach has a question, Coach.
Coach, help us.
Coach, help us with Coach's question.
I'll say Easton Stick.
Fuck it. I like that. Oh, wait, let's stay back up quarterbacks. Chase Daniel.
No, I like Chase.
I do too, but he can
and
go.
Kyle likes Chase.
He can shit on us. That's okay.
No,
that's
I
fine.
don't want it. I don't want it, Coach.
That's fine. That's my answer, Chase Daniel.
All right, Coach Lago. I guess. Thank you for asking the question.
Come on, Coach. We need a halftime talk with you. We need to get you pumped
smiles,
up.
Yeah.
We need to get you happier, Coach.
All right, let's move on now to Gruder McBolt.
Gruder,
who asked the question.
Whoa, up aboard the magic bus. So tell me what your favorite sports movie is, based on the actor playing the coach. Now tell me your favorite song to dance funky to. Now imagine that actor dancing to that song. Whoa, I just blew my mind, man. Can't love you, bye. Let's ride.
All right, so let's take this one step at a time here.
Okay.
Tell me your favorite sports movie based on the actor playing the coach. You know what mine is.
I think you have a voice for him.
Oh.
Well, let's go down this.
A big ass.
Let's go down this path with you on this one.
So I would say it's not even necessarily my favorite movie, but if you're going to ask who my favorite coach is in a movie, it's going to be Al Pacino.
Go with that.
So Al Pacino and favorite song to dance funky to?
Macarena.
That's not funky. That's just stupid. I'll say this is. I don't necessarily dance funky to anything, but I'll say the is it Happy? The Pharrell Williams.
I feel happy.
If you feel like a room without a room. So picture Al Pacino dancing to that.
I like that. I don't think I could do a better one than that. That's good.
All right. Well, there you go, Gruder McBolt.
That's good.
Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Jonathan Magonia,
certified fresh,
who asked the question.
Orale essays. This is the first time I'm asking a question. So, Kev, if you didn't certify fresh this shit, then I deserve a sticker. You know what I'm saying, fools?
I did it.
Don't think we forgot about that promise you made a while back. Anyways, back to my pinche questions. Coach, all this talk about how Asante will play the outside opposite JC Jackson, but wouldn't we have a better development if he stayed a slot corner? I don't know defensive strategies as much as you do, so maybe you can break it down for us on Coach's Corner. Kev, how does a cholo like me get an interview on Bolt Insight? Wool Doggy Dog, or should I say Wool Perro? How did you get your nickname Wool Dog? My bad if you already explained this on an earlier episode, but if you have, give us the rundown un más time, por favor. All right, homies, that's all I got for this one. Much love for all the three of you fools. F the Raiders. Love you, bye.
Jonathan, welcome. And I didn't f it up. I'm not sending you a sticker because I did it correctly. Welcome. And thank you for joining us,
Absolutely.
man. This is fantastic.
And great
question, too. These are awesome.
These are great. Again, Coach wants all the possible suggestions he can get.
At Bolt Chat Coach on Twitter.
At Bolt Chat Coach on Twitter. He'll hear this one, so I'm sure he'll put this in the rotation at some point.
Totally.
Kev, how does he get on Bolt Insight?
Well, you got to DM me, man.
He's got to reach out. You got to reach out and touch Kev.
Yeah. It'd probably be a fan focus because Bolt Insights are more directed towards like players and like people in the like bigger Charger community, like that aspect.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fan focus, bro. Just message me.
Absolutely.
Just DM, drop in there.
We'll get you
set up, man.
We'll get you set up.
Yeah.
And Wool Dog, Kev. How'd I get my nickname?
I think I said it a long time ago.
You said it a lot. Yeah. Kev would just would call me Wool Dog.
He just felt right. It was like high school, I think. I think that's where it came from.
Maybe. It's either high school or college.
Because if everyone doesn't know, we were in the same high school. We were all in most of the same classes. We became really good friends. Then we went to college together. We're roommates.
Yes.
Through all of college. And then after college, we were still roommates in LA when I got together with my wife. It's been a wild, long experience. So somewhere in there, I started calling you Wool Dog. I think it was early. I felt like it was high school.
Right. Yeah, I didn't ask for him to call me Wool Dog. He just did, and I responded. And
yeah, woof woof.
So yeah, it's not a crazy backstory. It was just Kev called me that, and that's what it was. So
he was a dog, man.
That's right.
Always there kicking ass.
So Jonathan Magonia,
dude,
thank you.
Don't be a stranger. Great questions. Keep it coming, man.
Absolutely. And we go out of Ask Boltfam with our old favorite Jeeves.
The D is silent.
Who asked the question?
Arg! Hello, Arr! My Arr! Land Arr! Lovin' Arr! Motherfuckers Arr! I Arr! Don't Arr! Have Arr! A Arr! Question Arr! But Arr! Let's Arr! Try this shit Arg! What's a pirate's favorite letter? R? No, it's the C we love. Huh? Nothing? R, son of a bitch. Okay. R, try this one. R, a ship was sailing the ocean blue, minding their own fucking business, right? And like the deckhand guy, or the... No, yeah, wait. Okay, they were minding their own business, right? Just sailing and the motherfucker yells, 2 ships approaching port side. So then the captain grabs the deckhand guy and says, go get my red shirt. The guy was confused, but thought whatever, right? So he gets him the red shirt, and the captain puts it on. Then the battle goes down. These motherfuckers didn't lose one motherfucker. After the battle, the deckhand asked the captain, hey, what was up with the shirt? The captain said, oh, that was just in case I was shot or stabbed. My crew wouldn't be able to see the blood, and they would continue to fight. The deckhand thought, oh shit, that's pretty badass. Yeah. The next day, they were still minding their own motherfucking business, but this time, 5 ships approached ahead. The deckhand runs to the captain and asks, shall I get your red shirt, captain? The captain, with a nervous look on his face, says, no, get me my brown pants. Now, if you didn't laugh at that, you. Just kidding, but seriously, that was a good one. Arg! I do have a question for the WGG boys. Arg! With all your time off requests, Wool DOGG had to hold it down. Arg! So my question is, when my dog takes time off, who's gonna take the lead and hold it down? Oh, and Kev, I'm sorry I had to flake before, but when you need a fill-in for fan focus, come get your boy. Oh yeah, and the Raiders. K, love you, bye.
Jeebs. I love these long walks you take us on. I really do. I love these long. That was a great joke. It made me laugh.
You heard it. I can't hide
the giggles.
That wasn't canned laughter. That was real laughter.
I can't hide the giggles.
All right. So I think this is a great question. It's unfortunate that Coach can't be here for this, but what are you going to do when I need a day?
I think we'd shut the podcast down for the week because there's no driving force if you're not here.
Yeah, I've been
and there's no voices. Like, who wants to hear this without funny voices? Not me.
I kind of want to hear you guys take a stab.
Fall apart. Yes. We'd probably try and find some guest to come on and
give me your best Christopher Walken.
No. No, I can't.
No.
I got a couple voices, and this would be such not the same show without you. So he's the driving force, as you all know. So, the reason why this is what it is.
Yeah. So if there's no episode, it's because Wool Dog couldn't make it.
Yeah, he's sick or something happened. But you haven't missed a single episode.
I don't think I have. No. I mean we've missed episodes, which is probably because I was
episode 193 and you haven't missed a single one.
Yeah.
Impressive as shit.
Well, I guess I just love this more than you. I'm just kidding. All right. Well, Jeeves, thank you for.
And I'll hit you back up again for sure.
Yeah, we got to have Jeeves on here.
Okay. No, I got it. We tried to set it up, just didn't work out.
That's okay.
We'll set it up again.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
So, Jeeves, thank you for the jokes and the question, and thank you everybody for making this stupidly long. God bless. How long have we been recording?
Over 2 hours.
Cripes. All right. Well,
I love doing it in person with you. This was absolutely amazing, and more of it
it's
to come.
a totally different chemistry, but hopefully we can get Coach back on here soon. Hopefully everything's good with his wife and the baby.
It will be.
Yeah.
He'll be here soon.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll have some cute pictures.
Oh God, I can't wait for the
pictures.
Look at that. He's holding a little football.
Just a little football.
All right. Well, that's going to do it. Any final thoughts there, Kev?
No, I got nothing. It was a pleasure.
It was always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure. Arrgh.
Well, that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Arrgh. Get my brown pants.
And now, a word from our sponsors. Are you constantly up to no good? Do you continually annoy your relatives? Are you wanting to provoke them by gifting their newborn a crib and toys of their sports team's division rival? Then come on down to J. Rom's warehouse of indestructible and non-flammable cribs and petty toys. We have cribs and toys from every major sports teams that are guaranteed to never break, never damage, and completely fireproof. Solidify your role as the embarrassment of the family and visit J. Rom's warehouse of indestructible and non-flammable cribs and petty toys today. And remember, if you don't think you have any asshole relatives, that means it's probably you. Call today